Yeah, just got one for one of my clients in Ohio. It's with a nonprofit. I talked to the finance guy over there. He told me that they have something in place now. They're using a company that they're working with to help them out with everything. They have about 80 to 90 users, so it should be a pretty good one. He was interested in talking about exactly what we do, kind of showing him our systems, our products, and seeing if it aligns with what they're looking for. So, like I said, it should be a good one.
Just set an appointment for my client out in Edmonton today. It is for the municipality of St. Albert. They have about 1,500 users. They're not quite looking into managed services, but she was very interested in cybersecurity and SharePoint, which Dan does. So she was set up towards the end of this month, and she was looking forward to talking to us. So should be pretty good.
Got an appointment today for my client in Winnipeg. It's with a transportation moving company. Spoke with their systems admin, talked a little bit about cybersecurity. That's what they outsource for. Meetings for a couple Wednesdays from now. I'm going to see about getting the CFO or his boss involved as well in that meeting. We'll try and skip a few of the steps. It's about 40 users. Excited to see where it goes.
Just got one from a client down in Utah. It's with a spine and pain center. I talked to the CEO earlier this week. He directed me over to the business manager. Got her on the phone today. She was open to meeting. They said they have a company that's doing all right, but they take care of about 4 locations that they have around my client's area, ranging from 40 users to 1 to 10 to a couple different locations. So we're looking at about 70 to 80 users total. A couple servers here and there, but should be a pretty good one, and I know my client's looking forward to it.
I was calling for my client in Delaware, and I got a hold of the facility manager of a church, and they said they've been putting IT off for like 3 years, and it's time for something solid in place. So he said I reached out, perfect timing. They were just talking about it with everybody there, and he reached back out, and he wanted to set up an appointment with my owner. They have 12 users, 1 server, and 1 location.
All right, so I got an appointment for my client in Kentucky today. It is with she said about 20 to 30 users. They have a physical server. It is with a recovery center. I talked with the director of operations. She said that they're currently working with a company, but she's always open to seeing what her options are like. She requested that I send her an invite as well as the executive director, and they were pretty busy the next couple of weeks, so we set it for the 22nd, and they have 4 locations. So we're actually right down the street. Their main location is actually right down on the same street as my client, so we're really close by. They know who we are, so it should be a pretty good opportunity, at least for the future. At least just kind of get in there, show them what we can do, and just be an option for them when they do look next year to maybe bring on another company.
2 appointments today. The first one's for my client out in Kansas City. It's with a building materials company. They've got a local shop in KC, headquarters somewhere middle of nowhere, but it's about 900 users across the board. I talked with their IT director. They're working with a vendor right now on a lot of things cybersecurity, but this meeting's more about future initiatives, see how we can kind of play a role, because they do work with a couple partners in a hybrid role, so we're going to see how we can kind of fit into that mold. Super excited for that one. The second one I got, actually a fun one. I was calling for a client. It was a digital marketing agency that I had called. Thought they needed some IT. Guess there was a little bit of miscommunication. They actually tried to sell me on doing back-of-house web development, kind of outsourcing websites to them, but claiming ours, something along those lines. But ultimately, I just asked, I said, are you looking for more sales? Because I know someone who can help you out. And I kind of pulled the curtain back, told them I was with Arsenal, talked a little bit more, set them up with Sammy B for a meeting next week, and see if we can't sell them some SEO.
So I've got a couple on the board today. The first one was actually I was calling for my IT client, and the company that I was calling, they do like collection services, and they didn't really need any IT help. They are looking for a SQL Server developer. So I told them a little bit about our partner here in St. Louis who does development for Anheuser-Busch, and he really wanted to talk with them. So we set up that meeting, and then the second one was for my client out in Salt Lake City. This is just a local construction company. They've got about 10 computers. They've been using another firm for a while, but he's open to getting another quote. So we've got them connecting next Friday.
So I got an appointment for one of my clients today. Construction company. It's actually a crane operation company. But called up. It was the first time I had actually gotten in touch with them, and she was pretty receptive to hearing us out from the beginning. Kind of explained to me that if we were to work with them, we'd have to come in and take over their entire IT strategy. They're working with a guy right now currently, but she seemed interested in hearing us out and letting us give them our breakdown of our platform and showing them what exactly we do. They have 2 locations, 12 computers total, 1 server, and that feeds into and supports 2 additional virtual servers. Set up a conversation for them to chat about us taking over for next week. So really excited about that one.
Yeah, so I got an appointment this morning for my Nebraska client, recently my Denver client. We switched markets, able to get an appointment in the first couple days, so that's nice. It's a little bit smaller, they only have about 7 users, but they do have an immediate need right now for some of the email problems that they're having going on. So we're going to meet next Thursday, kind of show them what it might look like to work with us and see if we can get a proposal.
Got a hold of an IT company down in southern Utah, talked about some of the advantages over here at Arsenal Business Growth. It's my first appointment I set, and looking forward to seeing what's next.
So got the very first roofing appointment today for my client in St. Louis, and looks like we're going to be going out to Washington Park and looking at a church. It looks like she needs some flat roof stuff done for that. But yeah, no, I think this one's going to be a pretty good one. We got a couple different roofs to look at, and we're going to be out there next Friday at 11, and I'm really excited to see where this goes.